Hi, Megan. So happy y'all are here. Okay, so today I am talking about how niching down and getting clear on your ideal client is the best way to see serious results in your business. So, I am Lacey. I am a business and content creation coach for women entrepreneurs. And I want to talk about why niching down and getting clear on your ideal client is important, how it trips a lot of people up in the beginning and what to do instead. I want to talk about doing ideal client interviews in your business, and then how to infuse you into the content writing that you're doing for your ideal client. Okay, cool. So, why is niching down so important in your business? You want to be speaking to a specific client about how you help them deal with a specific problem. And it is so crucial in creating a profitable business and building that know, like, and trust factor. So if your client doesn't feel like you can be the person to help them with this specific problem they're having right now, they are not going to want to work with you no matter how much they like you. Hi from Italy. That's awesome. Hi, Madeline. So you want to make sure that you're the person that they want to work with to help with whatever pressing problem like that they have currently at that time. So no matter how much they resonate with you, if you're not speaking to something specific, they're not going to feel compelled to hire you. So why does that trip a lot of people up in the beginning? So a lot of people have a mindset that says that they'll alienate people from their business if they niche down. But what they won't do is they won't attract people either. So they either do one of two things, which is they let it paralyze them so they don't pick a niche at all and they never start. Or they pick one that's not really, based on like doing research or figuring out what they're good at. They just arbitrarily pick. And then they don't have the best experience for themselves or their clients because they didn't like put in the work at the beginning. So as much as I believe in niching down, I think that it's fine to be general in the beginning as long as you're doing the work to figure out what your ideal client should be. So like at the beginning of my business, I coached 3 people for free for 3 months because I really wanted to get into the groove of coaching and really figure out like what comes up for me in these 3 months, what am I the best at, and like how can I best serve my clients and what's going to resonate with them the most. So doing something like that in the beginning where you're like really doing the work and putting yourself out there is so important. So how do you get past the fear that by niching down, you'll limit yourself or that you won't get enough clients in your niche? One is just recognize it as an irrational fear. So if you're really scared to niche down, like take a look and see like, why is this coming up for me? Like this isn't really a real fear. And like look at people in the industry that have done it and how well it's worked out for them. Because if you really look at people that have blown up over the years, they've really had like a specific ideal client, a specific niche of people they're talking to. And so look at that and like recognize the fear isn't based in reality. And then do the work. So start providing your services, get out there, like do ideal client interviews and do the work of figuring out what works best for your clients and what works best for you. Like don't just show up and put a $5,000 package out there having never coached or gotten clarity around your ideal client, because not only will it not serve you, it won't serve the people that you want to help either. So another good way to identify your ideal client is to do ideal client interviews in your business. So they're also really important to like do as you continue your business because your clients often evolve with you. Your style of coaching can evolve. What you help people with can evolve. So keep doing these interviews throughout your business. So even once you identify with it or with your ideal client and niche, always continue to check in with them throughout your business. Hi, Carrie. Okay, cool. So let me just tell you that some basic questions that you can ask in ideal client interviews. Hi, Sam. I'm in Tampa. We're so close. That's awesome. Okay, so what would you pay? So this is like just some basic questions, and then I'm going to say like insert here, right? And that's where you can put in like whatever works for you, like your life, your health, your business, whatever fits, right? So here are some great questions to ask at the beginning of your business for your ideal client, and then ongoing as you can continue to refine like who you help and what you do. So what do you want so much for your insert here, life, business, health, whatever, that you would pay anything for. So like take money off the table. What is it, that thing that your ideal client wants so much that if you could definitely give it to them, they wouldn't even care what it cost. They would just pay for it. If you could change one thing about your insert here, life, business, health, what would it be? So what's that like one thing that is most pressing for them right now? This is another place that a lot of coaches get tripped up because we want to help people on a lot of different levels in a lot of different ways. But like, how can you let them know that you're going to help them with their most pressing issue right now and then help them with the rest of the stuff along the way? So what would you be willing to pay for a program that would change your life, business, health? You want to definitely be surveying your ideal client before you come up with price points. There's like a lot of discussion about like charging what you're worth, and I do believe in that in a big way. Well, when you have a trainer, you're so funny. So, you know, tripping or getting tripped up along the way with price. So like a lot of people talk about, you know, charge what you're worth, which I totally agree with. I don't think we should ever be charging any less than we're worth. But we also have to figure out like what are our clients like willing to pay. You know, if you're serving clients and like part of your ideal client is that they don't have a lot of money, yes, they can come up with it. There's tons of ways. I could go on about this forever, but the thing is like survey them and figure out what price point feels good to them and then compare that to what price point feels good to you and find something that like works for both of you. Okay. What do you struggle with most as it relates to your insert here, life, health, business? So figure out like not just what, you know, do they want your help with on that one thing, but in general, like what are they struggling with the most? You know, what is like that daily thing that keeps coming up for them? And then what is your favorite topic as it relates to insert here, life, business, health? So, you know, figure out like what is that topic that they love talking about. So, you know, most people buy for, all people buy for one of two reasons, which is pleasure or pain. So most of this is identifying pain points. So like, you know, what struggles do they have? What things do they want to change? And this last one is really talking pleasure. So like you can talk to them on both of those levels. So you can tell them how you're going to help them with their pain points, but you can also tell them how like you're going to connect with them on that topic that is their favorite that they really love. So make sure you infuse both pain point questions and pleasure point questions into your ideal client interview so you can understand them on a really deep level by looking at both of those. Okay, cool. What am I missing? I have notes. Okay, so again, just I think I already touched on this, but like making sure you continue to make this a practice in your business. So like a lot of times we attract clients that are, you know, a vibrational or energetic match to us. So we evolve a lot in our business. So we have to assume that the clients we're attracting are going to evolve a lot too. So once you get that ideal client and niche down, continue to refine it, continue to do, you know, ideal client interviews, continue to do the work of like always making sure that you totally understand your ideal client and that you totally understand what you're helping them with and what you're providing for them. Okay, cool. And then at the end of it, I would say like make a list, like what are they telling you out of these questions that they most want from you, and how can you like show up and give them that, and how does that, you know, sync up with what also feels really good to you when you are coaching or when you are being of service to them. So like same thing with the money, like it has to feel good to them and it has to feel good to you. And if you're picking the niche and ideal client that's right for you, it really is always going to feel good to both of you. Okay, cool. And that's like another mistake that a lot of new people make is they potentially just pick based on one or the other. So they pick based on like, okay, this is the person that, you know, I want to serve and that this is what I want to help them with. And they don't do any interviews, or they only pick based on like what they feel like the best like market conditions are, who they have the best like opportunity to sell to potentially. And there's not like that like really good mix of like, this is what I'm really good at and this is what you need from me. So it has to be both for sure. All right, cool. So then once you pick your ideal client and niche and you have it like really clear, I think it's niche. Anyway, once you have it really clear who your helping and what you're helping them do, the next most important thing is then also like infusing you into your brand and into your content and into your writing. So we were talking about how it has to be a perfect mix of what feels good for you and what feels good for your clients. And your writing is the same. You want to speak to them, but you also want it to be you, right? So like one example I use is like, if you're someone that, curses a lot or is really informal, you don't want your writing to be really formal, because then when a client gets on the phone with you, they're going to have this whole other person in their head, and you're going to show up totally differently, and it's going to really hurt your know, like, and trust factor, really confuse them, and probably won't end up with them buying from you or working with you. So own like whatever that unique factor is about you, and like, you don't have to curse in everything if you're someone that curses. I don't mean that, but like own your personality, your uniqueness, and make sure that comes through in all of your writing and your content, because if not, you're not going to be drawing clients into you that are a match for you. You want to show up as authentically as you can in your writing and content, so that when a client gets on the phone with you, it totally syncs up and they feel like they already know you. Like it's just an extension of what they already know about you. It's not like them meeting this whole different person, because again, you lose know, like, and trust, and you really are never going to get the sale that way, right? Like if you're showing up as two different people in your writing and in your business. So make sure you're infusing your personality. And then also I would say like infuse your story whenever you can in your writing and content too. Like most people hire coaches or service providers because they want you to help them get to somewhere you've gotten to, or learn something you have to share. So the more you can share your story, the more relatable you are, and the more you can connect with your ideal client and really show them like your ability to help them. All right, cool. So just to recap, we talked about how niching down and getting clear on your ideal client can really transform your business, why that's so important and how it's crucial to creating a profitable business, how it trips a lot of people up in the beginning, and what to do instead, which is like get out there and do the work, do the interviews, practice coaching, do whatever you can do to do the work of figuring it out. Don't let it paralyze you, and don't pick arbitrarily. And then we talked about how to infuse you into your writing, and how that is such an important piece of showing up for your ideal client in a big way. So being you and infusing your story. Okay, so I hope that was really helpful to you guys, and I know some of that can seem easier said than done. So that is why Megan Shuprai and I created a new group program, which I don't think I've periscoped about yet, so I'm pretty excited to tell you about it. It's called Show Up and Blow Up. It's starting November 2nd. I do business and content creation coaching, and Megan is a copy coach, so we created Show Up and Blow Up to be all about like showing up in your business, being seen as a leader, communicating authentically, writing amazing copy and content. And we really want Show Up and Blow Up to be like that place that helps you effortlessly attract your ideal clients, surpass your income goals, be seen as a leader in your industry, grow an engaged tribe of raving fans that are like ready to buy what you create. We want you to feel confident in your writing skills and posting online, because we know that can feel really overwhelming. We want you to feel confident in speaking in your voice. We want you to identify your ideal client niche, and then we want you to have your content planned and automated in advance. We built this whole program around like everything that has helped both of us blow up in our business. Megan, I think, really like hit her stride and has been killing it in her business since June, because she made a lot of the changes that we talk about in Show Up and Blow Up. And then I've been really successful since starting out in July. So what we did is kind of take what both of us did, which really was along similar lines, and put it into a program that like shows you how to really be that person that like comes into business and like shows up in a big way, connects with their clients, and becomes like this leader in their industry. So if you're interested in joining us, we would so love to have you. www.showup/blowup.com. I don't know. I think it's called the slash. Megan will type it in. It's not like a backslash. It's like a cross slash. Oh my goodness, this is embarrassing. Okay, so either way, Megan will type it in and you'll get it. And we would love to have you join us. Our early bird pricing for that ends Friday. So if you're interested, we would love to talk to you. It is going to be amazing, and we are so proud of what we've created. There you go. There it is. We are so proud of what we've created and what we've come up with based on our own experiences. So we hope you'll join us. I hope this was helpful to you. If you want more conversation about niching down and choosing your ideal client, we are talking about that all week in my Facebook group, the Lit Up and Loaded Entrepreneur, so you can join us there as well. And I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.